Okay, he's fucking evil. It's confirmed. Don't even tell me you didn't get that. Oh my god, what is up with my hair? Don't even tell me you didn't get that vibe, okay? It's right there. Like the cards are on the table. It's almost like he's trying to pull it back sometimes. This is Dragon Ball Super episode 81, Goku versus Bergamo the Crusher. Although I'll be honest with you, his fight with Bergamo it's not really the main focus of the episode. I mean, I guess it takes up the majority of it, but there's a lot more interesting shit that happens beyond the actual fight, because we can pretty much just throw this as an instant win for Goku. We knew this wasn't going to end as a tie or anything like that. You know, we figured Goku was going to beat the shit out of, from what we find out in this episode, a masochist furry. So yeah, I'll just talk about that really quick so we can just move on. Bergamo's thing is sort of like Yakon, remember back in the Majin Buu saga where Yakon like absorbed Goku's energy and got stronger and bigger, and Bergamo's kind of the same shit, except he just gets hit, and every time he gets hit, he gets bigger, except, you know, the bigger he gets, the more fucking lumbering and slow he is, he has more blind spots, Goku just fucks his day up, you know, and even if he didn't, and you know, he finishes it off with an ultimate, you know, he goes Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, and just Kamehameha, and just overloads him. I mean, that's pretty much every single time a character has that ability, like, I get stronger the more I get hit. I'm like, alright, Goku's plan for that is just like, alright, I'll just hit you until you have, like, you beat, your limit gets busted or something. It's, you know, limit breaker, you know, it's not fucking hard. But the main focus of the episode I want to talk about is at the beginning, before the actual fight, as well as after the fight. There's some stuff explained on the exact rules of the Tournament of Power, and something else moving on. An unseen development is going to occur. So before the fight, Bergamo kind of has like a silver tongue. This is right after the announcement that the Grand Priest made last episode, like, you know, there's only going to be one universe that's going to be, you know, around after, you know, the universe of the Tournament of Power, that Zeno is just going to wipe out 7 of them, going to have 1 left, and then the other 4 were exempt from the tournament, universes 1, 12, 8, and 5. Which we actually get to see little... The gods like to smack talk each other in this episode. It's actually kind of cool. But getting to that a little bit later. Bergamo, you know, he's, you know, hearing this shit. And Goku gets on the stage. He's like, alright, let's do this. Let's see how strong you are. Bergamo's like, you're a fucking demon. You're a fucking devil. Oh my god. Oh my... Like everything that's going to happen... Like, our universe is going to be destroyed. 7 other universes are going to be wiped out the face of the map. You know how many people are going to fucking die? How many lives you're going to ruin, and you're standing here, Goku, being like, alright, let's do this. So, I think Bergamo's, like, it's a little bit understandable, but he's also got the silver tongue, so he beseeches the gods. He's trying to turn the crowd against Goku, so to speak. He says, hey, gods, you guys don't want to be wiped from existence either. Well, he's over here not only preaching it, not only did he wish for it, but he's enjoying it! The motherfucker's over here cracking his knuckles like, yeah, let's do this. I mean, come on! Now, Goku, another way of looking at this, is that Goku's actually saving one universe. I don't know if they'll ever bring that up later on, they might. But, Zeno was going to obliterate 8 of these universes anyway. Actually, no. We don't exactly know what Zeno's original plan here was. Zeno just thought, oh, there's too many universes. Or maybe it was the Grand Priest that thought there were too many universes and just using Zeno as a puppet. You should probably go watch this video to find out. But the fact of the matter is, when Goku asked for this Tournament of Power, it did change things slightly. Where they went by, like, mortal level. I guess that Zeno would have exempted the universes 5, 8, 1, and 12 anyway, because it goes by mortal level. But anyway, there wasn't going to be a Tournament of Power. Zeno was probably just going to be like, there's too many universes. Pop, 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 all gone. But at least Goku now is the Tournament of Power is actually saving one, so you could look at it from that idea. But still, Goku doesn't seem to really understand the full ramifications of this short, or rather, he doesn't seem to care that literally billions upon billions, probably trillions upon trillions of lives are going to be snuffed out in this tournament. Doesn't seem to be caring a lot about that. But I guess it's all for the sake of a good fight. A lot of the gods get really on Bergamo's side. They get, start looking at Goku like he's the fucking, devil incarnate, essentially. We don't get to find out, like I said, those 4 exempt universes, they don't really give a shit. We don't get to see what Goas or Universe 10 feels about it. We mostly focus on Universe 2. We see a little bit of 11 in this episode. Later on, that's going to be an important role here. Universe 3, the Supreme Kai that has the glasses glasses, the nerdy Kai. You know, we see him a lot in the robot one. That's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, he gets them on the side. Here's the kicker, though. Here's the thing. Bergamo, he kneels in front of Zeno, and he says, Zeno-sama, if I can defeat this demon, Son Goku, will you please retract your, the rule that the universes are going to be eliminated? Can you please do that? And then you have this fucking scene with the Grand Priest, and he's this is a subtle scene, like, subtle scene. Later on in the episode, you get this shit, alright, where he's literally, like, looking into the foreground of your fucking TV screen / computer, staring into your soul, basically screaming out, I'm an evil fuck, I'm a demon wearing the mask of an angel. I don't know where I got that from, but there's this little subtle scene here. So Bergamo beseeches Zeno, and Zeno says that's acceptable. We actually hear Zeno say that, like, that's acceptable. So if Goku loses, Bergamo beats him, then none of the universes will be destroyed. Okay, fair enough. But then, so the Grand Priest relays this information, but then the Grand Priest adds this. We didn't hear Zeno say this. Now, maybe you could say there's some psychic connection between Zeno and the Grand Priest or whatever, but after that, after the Grand Priest says, like, okay, Bergamo, if you defeat Goku, then none of the universes will be destroyed. However, Goku, if you don't use your full power against him, then you will be disqualified, and this will not stand. This change of rules will not stand. Okay, let the third match begin. I just felt like that was, because that wasn't added by Zeno. Zeno didn't, and we already kind of made clear that the whole Zen exhibition match, there's no rules. Like, that's the whole point of it. Like, they broke the rules like a shit ton of times. People are getting knocked out of the arena. They're using fucking power-up drugs. And the Grand Priest is like, well, yeah, we'll figure out the rules later on. It's not a big deal. But then when Zeno's like, oh, yeah, we can, if Bergamo wins, none of the universes will be destroyed. I feel like the Grand Priest is like, oh, okay. Hey, Goku, use full power against him. You have to, or else you'll be disqualified. Wink, wink. Yeah, because the Grand Priest probably has a pretty good idea of how fucking strong Goku is, and he's like, oh yeah, Bergamo, unless Goku wants to lose, there's no way he's gonna lose against this piece of shit. But anyway, okay, so the fight gets underway. Like, it's a pretty cool fight, it's just relatively brief. You know, he gets really big and cool, and, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue into Kaioken mode. He seems to have a little bit of better control over that than he did in the Universe 6 tournament. Also, I should bring up, just a little thing for me, but last review I said, oh yeah, Bergamo has the ability to grow really big and crush Goku. Some people, this was before the episode aired, some people were under the assumption, well, maybe he made Goku shrink. Did you ever think of that, Tekking? And I thought, oh shit, that's right, I guess that could have been the case. Oh man, that's going to be what it is, and I'm going to be wrong. Nope, I was right, so just going to be a little bit of a ha-ha-ha there. But, okay, so after the fight, after Bergamo is defeated, Kaioken's Super Saiyan God Blue Kamehameha. I mean, he got fucked up 8 ways to Sunday. Those are the 3 most badass words that you could utter in one sentence. Kaioken, Super Saiyan God Blue, Kamehameha. I mean, that's just basically like, here is your check for the afterlife, sir. You know, make sure to stamp it on your way through the gate. So Bergamo gets wiped out, and Goku in the last minute, of course, has this little moment where he's like, oh, I don't think all you used is my power. You know, you should use your own power for the tournament. I'll see how strong you can get. And then Lavenda and Bajil are like dragging Bergamo away, and Bergamo is just like, you motherfucker! You've killed us all, you devil, you piece of shit! And just that was pretty like, okay, yeah, Goku don't care. So, at this point, the Grand Priest arrives, down on the stage, and he says, okay, this is what we're going to be doing. This is how the Tournament of the Power is going to shake down, okay? There's going to be a massive, just fuck-off arena. Like an arena bigger than anything else. This thing's probably going to be huge. Alright, it has, like, multiple different, like, tiers to it, like, levels, so there's not just a straight-up platform, but it's going to be giant. And it's going to be constructed in the world of Void. The rules of the tournament, most of them are pretty standard, like, you're not allowed to use weapons or power-up drugs or anything like that, so that's already been established. If you get knocked out, that's a loss. You're not allowed to kill your opponent, okay? Those things are standard in the Dragon Ball universe. However, there is one rule, 2 actually, that are big. Number 1, you won't be able to fly while you're in the world of Void. Now, I do not know if that means you're not allowed to fly as long as you're in the confines of the arena. Like, as long as you're in the perimeter of the arena, because it's a big fucking arena, I think you'll still be able to use your flight abilities there. But I think he just specified, like, you can't just get knocked off the arena into the world of Void and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna fly back to the arena. No, you can't do that. So if you fall out of the perimeter of this giant arena, you know, it's probably gonna be the size of a fucking country or some shit, knowing that we're dealing with gods here, then you are going to immediately lose. All right. And it's gonna be a battle royale. You know, I was thinking, okay, there's a lot of people participating in this. We're going to have 80 fighters from 8 universes. We thought it was going to be 120, but that's whittled down to 80. That's still a pretty big number. So I thought, okay, how's this going to work? Is there going to be a preliminary? And then, 10 fighters from each universe. How are we going to focus on each? I mean, obviously, we're not going to focus on everybody, but I hope that every universe that represents is going to at least have 1 or 2 characters that we're going to get to see. So how's this going to shake down? It's just going to be a massive, giant battle royale. And at the end of, I think it was like 100 tacks or whatever the weird unit of time measurement is in the God realms, it's going to be about 48 minutes. After 48 minutes have passed on this giant arena, the universe that has the most members left on that arena will be the winner. So there's nothing specified about what happens if there's a tie or anything like that. But essentially, after it all shakes down, it's like there's 8 members of Universe 7 left, 3 from Universe 2, and 5 from Universe 6, and, just like that's how it all shakes down, and whoever has the most wins. And that's when you get fucking Grand Priest going all freaking evil eyes on you. So, yeah, you might be thinking I'm looking too deep into that. I'm not. Okay, I'm feeling it in my bones, okay? I've been watching anime for a long time, guys, and Dragon Ball does try to do some stuff a little bit, eloquent and beyond the scope, but usually it's pretty basic when it comes to tropes and cliches and shit. He's gonna be evil. Let's just accept that now. It'll make it easier. Final scene of the episode, the one that was kind of the unprecedented event here, is that Toppo, the cloaked dude from Universe 11, the one that deflected the blast from Majin Buu a few episodes back, he arrives on the battleground, and everyone seems a little bit pissed by this event. Like, Zeno is just like, what the fuck? And then, the Grand Priest is like, who are you? And he takes off the cloak, and he's Toppo, that guy with the big, he's one of the Pride Warriors, or the Galaxy Sword, whatever they're called in Universe 11. Their goal is to fight evil. Now, we got some backstory for this guy in a magazine article, like the same article where all the different gods of destruction were admitted. Toppo is apparently a character that is so strong, he's actually a contender to be the next god of destruction for Universe 11. So he's a pretty strong dude. And his whole thing is like, we're gonna defeat evil. Like, so he's doing all this shit, like the Sentai poses and shit. He's this big fat dude with this giant beard, kind of looks like a dwarf, like straight out of Lord of the Rings or something. Anyway, he's doing all this cool ass poses and shit. And he says to Goku, he's like, fight me, Goku, so I can find if you're evil. So his whole thing is fighting evil. So he probably just wants to fight against Goku to measure him up. It's probably not going to be a super serious fight. It's probably not going to be to the point where they're both bloody and broken. But they're probably going to fight around for a little bit. And then they're going to, Toppo's going to realize, this man is not evil. He's actually really good intentioned. It's just, this shit just played out exactly how it would have played out. Actually, a little bit better, because, like I said, Goku's actually saving one universe because of his intervention. So that's probably what's going to get brought up in the next episode. But we get to see a battle with Toppo and Goku, so we got an extra battle here. But after that, I hope we move on to figure out, what's next in the Tournament of Power. We cut back to Universe 7, seeing all the universes gathered, all the fighters gathered up, and then getting ready for the Universal Tournament. I don't know what Toppo's going to be able to do. He just seems like a really strong, really sturdy dude, and he's a contender to be the next God of Destruction. So he's probably on level, if not superior, to Super Saiyan God Blue or anything that Goku can dish out. But like I said, I don't think it's gonna be more like a sparring match than anything else. Just for Toppo to realize that Goku is actually very good-natured. He's not evil. He's not trying to fuck the universe over or anything like that. It's just how he is. I don't know if that means the other gods are gonna forgive him, but who gives a shit what gods think, really? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. episode, shit really seems to be getting knocked higher and higher. We got a little bit more information on the gods, or at least we got to see how the gods interact with each other here. So that was pretty cool. And the setup for the tournament, which is something we've never seen before. It's not going to be a standard tournament. And since the arena is pretty big, I mean, we're probably going to get to see some scenes with, like, different characters fighting against different ones. The thing, though, one more thing before I go. Teamwork is obviously going to be a big player here because you're working together. And Goku's obviously not that great at it. So Goku's just like, it's okay, we have Gohan, and he's going to be great at this. Because, you know, Goku understands Gohan's smart, and he's a tactician and shit. And Gohan, like, can you imagine what it must be like to be Gohan in this situation? Where, like, the universe, every universe could be wiped out. I mean, like, 7 of these universes could be wiped out, including your own. Your wife and your kid, everybody that you ever cared about, just gone. And then Goku's like, it's okay, Gohan, you're gonna be the linchpin of this team. And Gohan's like, I'll try to be, I'll do my best, Dad. I mean, might be putting a little bit too much pressure on your son there, Goku. I'm like, holy shit. I was like, Goku, just because you're a carefree guy that doesn't give a fuck doesn't mean that Gohan has to be, alright? He's really concerned about this. I think most people are. Yeah, I just hope we, you know, during the Universe of Power, though, if we can get one thing, I want to say Mr. Satan fights. Because I was sitting here watching these Zen exhibition matches, and I was thinking, man, how fucking cool would it be? Because, you know, Mr. Satan's pretty weak, right? Out of all the universes, there has to be one guy, one joke, there has to be a Mr. Satan in, like, each universe, okay? Universe 9's the weakest. Who's the Mr. Satan of Universe 9? I want to see Mr. Satan get in a fight and actually fucking win, right? I mean, how cool would that be? You know, to see him, like, they actually just using regular martial arts and shit. Like that time Mr. Satan fought against Van Zant, that assassin dude, and he actually kind of kicked his ass. I mean, that would have been cool. That would be cool to see. The one shiny moment from Satan. Come on. Alright. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be getting off of here. I'm kind of blabbering on and on. I tend to ramble if you haven't noticed. I think you did. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Signing out.